Yo, batty boy Holness. You think you can stop mass killing? Everybody in a Clarendon go dead by next week. Or your wife next like a fool. Or suck your mother, batty boy and Joe Holness.
Is a total assault on gangs in Jamaica. I want that to be clearly understood. Operationally, they must go after every gang in Jamaica.
Alright, so welcome back to another installment of Speak Your Mind. You get me, I say, and a whole heap of things in my mind I know. Alright, so a whole heap of things are going in Clarendon. You get me, I say? So from Sunday, 8 people were killed from a brutal attack. You get me? And the rest of them hospitalized. But this one woman in particular, she lost her husband, she lost her daughter, and she lost her cousin. So we can't even imagine what that woman are going through right now. You know, and the bad man, they must send threat to Andrew Holness and also to the residents, saying that they will kill Andrew Holness and more residents. You get me? I say, but and honestly don't know if this is gang related or we just have some bad man or gunman out there that's going senile and they're shooting up place. But most likely it's gang related. Team Panawol, politicians, and I honestly think the crime in Jamaica is not something that the government takes serious nor the politician takes serious. You get me? Till the moment it knock on them doorsteps. So the fact that Andrew Holness can be threatened by one of these gang members or gang leaders or gunman, whatever you want to put it, hopefully at this point in time, he can't take it serious. You get me, I say? Because to live in an inner city, there's no guarantee of you making it out for the day. You get me, I say? Anything can happen. Drive by, walk by. You get me, I say? So anything can happen in the inner city and there's no security in the inner city. You get me, I say? I honestly don't think them need to wait till it reach this point to start show concern. You get me, I say? Because them know where the killing them happen. Them know where the shooting them happen. People calling, people report say you are killing a going this and that. You get me, I say? So why not wait till this amount of people has been killed before it be an eye-opening moment for you? You get me, I say? Because as I say, if you live in the inner city, you don't know what's going on. You get me, I say? So if you can do an analysis and say, alright, that and that the inner city has been under, or that and that the inner city has been warring. Be a country keep on a fire people constantly like that. Why you don't put curfew there?
I feel like you where I come for next. Straight down to Beverly Hills where I come. Straight down there. No mercy. Clap AK, brawling. Clap the white rifle, them brawling. You feel like care bumbo clock team. Suck your mama. Batty boy prime minister. You are not prime minister in a rule. Nothing. Suck your mother and your wife and you pick them up.
They were pursued by individual.
So it's not a drive-by?
No, it's a drive-by.
It's a different...
Drive-by.
Yeah, so they drove up, came out, and pursued persons.
Talks yet.
I want the criminals who are involved in this to take my words very seriously. I am personally looking on all areas of the organization to ensure that all the resources necessary from the state, whether it is the financing, whether it is the international cooperation, whether it is the legislative support, will be made available to the security.
It's simple as that. We know say we claim say we not doing the best for fight crime, but we not see it at work. If we not doing the best, we not doing the best. We not see what you guys are doing to make a difference. You get me, I say? Alright, so we're going to jump into the story that Star has provided about the Clarendon situation. Alright, so Prime Minister Andrew Holness has issued a warning to the gang leaders across Jamaica that they will be relentlessly pursued by the security force following the Sunday mass shooting in Clarendon with 8 people are killed. So every gang leader should take with themselves, Holness said, and at a media briefing on Monday morning, he also confirmed that criminals, players from overseas and incarcerated persons were behind the mass killing. You get me? So basically he said he know who is behind the mass killing. So what the problem? You get me? I say? What the problem? So he called it an act of terror and said that the killing represents an attack on every Jamaican and every community. We know the persons overseas are involved and connected in this matter. We know that persons who are incarcerated presently have connection in the matter. We know that the multiple gangs are connected and involved in this matter, said Holness. So every gang, every person who in any way facilitated, provide the arms of who were involved and pull the trigger themselves, we will find you. We will not treat this as another criminal act. We will treat it as an act of terror. Alright, so that is what Andrew Holness basically said in one of his recent press conference. So get me answer? So basically he must say, yo, a government badness must come with, and why not fight fire with fire? You get me? I said them been use water to try for all the fire, but that now work. So it's a different. Them use a different tactics, and I think that's what Andrew Holness is bringing to the table. You get me? I said so. We're gonna see go from this. We're gonna see how best Andrew Holness can make a difference in the criminal rate in Jamaica, because the criminal rate has been high since the year start. You get me? I say every day. And the funny thing about this is normally, when you hear some man dead, and normally 1 man dead, 2 man dead, now a 4 man dead, 5 man dead, 8 man dead. You get me? So the crime rate in a days or in a week, it go up rapidly for it. So you get me? And I know like say people are die by natural causes and normally by gunshots and accident. But we want to talk about the accidents like the car accident and so forth. You get me? You get me? I'm hope saying just talking my talk, I'm gonna put action behind what I say. You get me? Alright, so I'm gonna jump furthermore into the investigation of the Clarendon shooting, killing, hospitalization. Alright, so a total of 8 people, included a 7-year-old boy, were shot dead while 9 others were injured by gunmen bullets in what is believed to have been a reprisal for a shooting incident a few years ago. Alright, see, I get something now. So this was a reprisal. And the thing I'm not understand with these gangsters, if it's a case where you're in a party and you have gang members that you want to kill, why are you shooting everybody in the party like say it's everybody involved in it? Just kill who is involved or go for who is involved. That is more understandable instead of you killing innocent people. You get me? Alright, so the deceased have been identified as 7-year-old Aiden Bartley, 27-year-old Carvel Daly, 50-year-old Lawrence Francis, 20-year-old Old Diamond Bennett, 68-year-old Errol Stewart, 32-year-old Jermaine Booth, Courtney Messam, and a woman known as Margaret. So one of the victims was shot dead in a separate part of the community, some distance away from others, as the gunman made their escape. So what added to the horrific tale was the sight of numerous pairs of slippers scattered all over the scene, which were in some cases covered in cordly blood, swarmed by a huge noisy fly. The scattered slippers indicate that the people who were playing bingo are standing in close proximity to the bingo tables, scrambled for cover, leaving behind their footwear as bullets were fired in their direction. So on the table, which was in very close proximity to the bar, the bingo cards were still laid out and marked with dollar coins, indicating that the game was in full swing when the gunmen, armed with at least one M16 rifle and handguns, popped up at the scene. You get me? I say, hear that? M16 gun, bro. You get me? I say, so this is not a premeditated. This is more like a premeditated thing. You get me? I say, them plans them gonna make a step. Them plans them gonna kill a whole heap of people. Because when you gonna kill a whole heap of people, or when you go to war, you go walk with the M16, you gonna fire a whole heap around. You get me? I say, so a serious thing I go on here, so. Alright, so the relatives of the 20-year-old victim, Diamond Bennett, initially showed signs of strength when the Jamaica Observer and journalists from other media entities arrived at their house. However, as they recounted their last moment and conversation with the young woman, tears flowed down their faces. Margaret Johnson, the mother of Bennett, said she did not know the right words which could describe how wonderful her daughter was. She was at work when she got the call that Bennett has been killed. You get me? I say, imagine you would at work and get a call said that has been killed. See what I go on at the inner city people. Alright, I couldn't even hear the person on the phone because she was crying out loud. I thought she said something about my son, but I kept getting calls that it was Diamond. My boss released me and I went straight to the hospital. When I went there, Diamond was in emergency, so I couldn't see her. The doctor came out and asked if I was her mom, and I said yes. She asked me if I knew that she died, and I said no. She said they tried their best, but she couldn't make it. Johnson said as tears began to well her eyes. Alright, you know what? We're gonna call it a day for that story, because that story I get too I don't like the outcome of that story. I get me, I say, as me say, it's never a good feeling to lose a loved one. Especially to lose 3 loved ones in one day. I honestly don't know where this mother go through right now. And Jaja dog.